finer points help us to do our best.
Weekly episodes of The Finer Points audio and video are brought to you by our sponsors. Today we're going to talk about lost communication procedures and how to enter the airspace of a towered airport without a radio. The requirements for landing clearance will remain the same. However, instead of verbal transmissions, air traffic control will use light gun signals to communicate with you. With preparation and thought ahead of time, this can be a smooth and straightforward event. When anything abnormal occurs during flight, the first thing a pilot must do is assess what is happening and determine whether or not time is critical. Emergencies can be divided into two categories: distress and urgency. Distress is a time-critical emergency. An engine fire or failure are both examples of this. Every second counts, and you must be prepared to react efficiently. That is why it's required to memorize the checklist for these situations. Urgency conditions, as defined by the Aeronautical Information Manual, are situations which may not be immediately perilous but are potentially catastrophic. Lost communication is an example. There is nothing that is immediately threatening your safety. However, if left over time, or additional conditions arise, such as weather or low fuel, this urgency situation can quickly become an emergency. So if you experience a radio failure, take a breath and know that you have time to problem solve. Pull out your checklist and start methodically working through each item. Determine that the fault is not something simple like a loose jack, low volume, or a switch left in the off position. Once you've confirmed that you do not have radio capability, change your transponder code to 7600 for lost communication. This will alert air traffic control of your situation if you're within radar coverage. At this point, you'll maintain VFR conditions and land as soon as practicable, which may mean going back to your home field. Note, practicable is used as opposed to possible. This is not a time-critical situation. Choose a field that is best suited to the safety of the flight. If you do decide to land at an airport with an operating control tower, this is the recommended procedure as published in the Aeronautical Information Manual. First, remain outside or above until you can observe the flow of traffic. Second, continue transmissions as normal. The tower may still be able to hear your intentions. And 3, join the flow of traffic and maintain visual with the tower, waiting for light gun signals with information on how to proceed. In most situations, plan to join on the 45 just like you would in normal conditions. The key to success here is being prepared. As quoted from the AIM, quote, "It is virtually impossible to provide regulations and procedures applicable to all possible situations associated with two-way radio communication failure. It is up to you to exercise good judgment." In the next video tip, we'll review light gun signals in detail and how to assure that you have a safe landing. This podcast was brought to you in part by ForeFlight, bringing pre-flight intelligence and flight plan filing software to the iPhone and iPod Touch, and by ASA, your source for the books and supplies that pilots, students, and instructors rely on. I'm Jason Miller. Thanks for listening. Until next time, be safe and fly your best.
Look up in the sky, there you are. Look up in the sky, there you are. Floating like an angel on the airwaves, or falling like a raven in the afternoon haze. I look up in the sky.